Alright, what is up, my brothers? So in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about why you are poor. I want you to watch this entire video. It's incredibly important that you pay attention. Many of you have commented in some of my prior videos when I'm talking about guys and competency, creating wealth and that sort of stuff. And many of you have, along the idea or lyrics when I say something like, by the time you're 40, be a millionaire. Ideally 30 if you can make it. I mean, aim for 30. If you miss that target, at least hit it by 40. And that ruffles a lot of feathers. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you exactly why you're poor and how to fix that. How I did it myself, because I know exactly what you're thinking right now. I was there. I'm making this video right now from my McLaren, okay? This is not a basic ass car, and I'm going to use cars as an example in this video. The reason why this pisses people off is because it seems like an unattainable goal to hit. It seems too far off, and it annoys the crap out of people when they have to face their own demons and their limiting beliefs. So whether you think $100,000, $1 million, or $100 million is a lot of money, doesn't matter what you believe, whatever it is you believe, you're absolutely correct and you are not wrong, because that is the glass ceiling that you're going to set for yourself. When I was a 16-year-old kid, I would sit at the bus stop to go to my job. I didn't have a car. My parents wouldn't buy me a car. I wasn't a rich kid. They wouldn't loan me their car. I had to find my own way to work to go and make money to buy shit that I want. And by the way, I was also paying rent as a teenager. And I would sit at the bus stop and I would look at cars go by because I've always been a car guy. One of the cars that really caught my attention at that time was a 1988 IROC Z convertible, okay? This car was legendary in my era. It's obviously dating myself. Maybe some of you guys don't know what it is. But I thought at the time that that was unattainable. To me, I was looking at that like that was a McLaren. Like, I can't reach it. That's absurd. Where am I going to get the money to buy that? It was probably somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 used on the market at the time. But for a kid like me, waiting to go to my minimum wage job, paying whatever it was, $3.75 an hour, to go and move bales of peat moss and work in a nursery greenhouse sort of thing, seemed unobtainable to me. And I went from that to the next car, to the next car, to the German cars, to the faster German cars, to the M cars, to the RS Audis, to the R8, to the McLaren. So the point that I'm trying to make here is the reason why you are poor, the reason why you haven't achieved financial success, is because you believe in your head that you're not worthy of it. You believe that that is too much money. Perhaps you even believe something along the lines of, oh, that amount of wealth is absurd, and the only people that accomplish that are thieves, criminals, and pieces of garbage that have, stolen from people. And I'll be honest with you, nothing could be further from the truth. Some of the most successful guys that I've met and known through exotic car clubs, through rallies, through the networks that I've developed myself, through the people that have entered my own private communities, have come in being the kindest, most generous, most giving fellas that I've ever met in my entire life. The reason, again, why you're poor is because you believe that that is acceptable. It's utterly absurd to me in today's world why anybody would look at a number like $1 million and go, oh, Rich is on crack. He must live in outer space. He's not even grounded anymore because of who he is and who he surrounds himself. And I'm going to tell you something right now, that's bull fucking shit. I came from nothing. I had nothing. I was a kid that developed everything that he had today by doing the damn work myself and by believing that that number, whatever that number happened to be for me at that time, and as you guys should look at it as well, was just a number. And all you have to do is add an extra zero to it, or an extra 2 zeros or 3 zeros if that's what you're aiming for. The reason why people build businesses, corporations, wealth, investment portfolios with a whole bunch of zeros after the first few numbers is simply because they believe that that's attainable. That's all glass ceilings are. I've got a glass ceiling above my head over here. I mean, I could obviously smash through it, but that's all that glass ceilings are. They're things that you need to identify, delineate, and push through. Once you start doing that, once you see, I mean, look, I'll tell you something. When I was a kid, my 25 cents would come in. I would think to myself, as a 5 or 6 years old, I'd think, holy shit, now I've got $1, and then it was $10, and then it was $100, and it seemed unattainable even to get that $100. It seemed unattainable to reach $1,000 in my bank account at one point. It seemed unattainable. You get the point that I'm making, right? If you continue to believe that a number is absolutely absurd and it's an impossibility to reach, I'm going to tell you something right now. You are 100% correct, because that is as far as you're ever going to go in your entire fucking life. And I'm going to tell you something else. You have nobody else to blame but the guy that looks back at you in the mirror every single morning. You need to hold that motherfucker accountable. You need to make sure that that guy is doing the work if you want to get the kind of numbers, toys, it doesn't matter what floats your boats. For me, it's a car guy. The only reason why I drive a McLaren is because I enjoy it, because it's a phenomenal car and it's just so fantastic to drive. I could care less about attention. The only attention, people are like, oh, you got it because you're trying to compensate for something, or you got a small pee-pee or something like that, blah, blah, blah. Cars don't get you girls. Okay, that's another stupid misnomer myth that poor people believe, that they think guys like me buy cars because we got small dicks or something like that. Let me tell you something. The only people that are interested in cars like this, you don't buy them to get girls, are boys. So unless you're like a weirdo pedophile that likes hanging out with, young boys, which is a whack job thing to do, those people are weird, okay? You buy a fast car like this because you like it, because you enjoy it, because you want to spend, the time in it and network with it and do road trips with it. I don't understand people that buy these things and they stare at them and they don't put any miles on it. It's like, what's the point in buying a car, storing it in your garage and dusting it off, and then letting somebody else buy it secondhand off you and putting the miles on it? It's like having a girlfriend and not banging her to keep her tight for the next guy. Like, what kind of a loser are you, right? To the point of being poor, again, guys, you believe you're poor, you believe a certain number, minus a few zeros is all that you can achieve. And when guys like me say something that might seem profound or in outer space to you, like I'm on crack or some shit, when I say work towards becoming a millionaire by the time you're 30, miss that target, but at least hit it by the time you're 40. You're the one that's on crack if you believe that that number's absurd, not me, okay? I was the one that fixed that limiting belief in my head, and all you have to do is the exact same thing, to believe that you are deserving of success and wealth, and then you go and do the things every day that help you accomplish that success and therefore wealth that comes with it. That's it. That's all this video is. It's very fucking simple. The reason why you're poor is because the guy that's looking in the mirror back at you. It's nobody else's fault. Not the government's, not your parents, nobody's. My parents didn't teach me shit about making money. They didn't give me any great advice about entrepreneurship, investing, or anything like that. My parents to this day aren't wealthy people. They're more or less middle class, and they've always been in that space. I accomplished what I did. I built the businesses that I did. I bought the car that I've, sit in here right now that I'm filming from, because I did the fucking work and I believed that I was deserving of said results. Update your beliefs. It's not difficult. You update those beliefs, you'll make better choices, which will get you the better results. I can always tell somebody's belief system when I look at their results, because all I need to do is reverse engineer and say, drives a shitty car, shitty job, hates the wife, she's a bitch, kids don't respect him, blah, blah, blah sort of thing, has a crappy network of friends. Let's take a look at this guy's choices. Believes blah, 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 insert all this. Those choices are shit because their belief system is shit, because they limit themselves. And that's why you're poor. You may not like to hear this, but it is a fact of life. It is a reality that you're going to need to accept if you want to unplug from the lies that society has fed you with all the bullshit. Big lie that people believe: go get an education, go get a job, and that's enough, and your whatever it is, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year is going to tick off every single box and create the freedom that you're looking for. Reality of the matter is, I've covered it in the video. Leave a comment below, thumbs up for the algorithms for me if you don't mind, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.